it's Aisha. Welcome to my channel. So, I know I've been gone for a while, and I said that I wouldn't be, but then I did. And that's okay. That's alright. I'm back because I've been reading a lot of freaking books this summer, and my summer started like 2 weeks ago, and I've been reading a lot of books. So, I hauled a lot of books too. Surprise, surprise, doesn't everybody? Okay, so there will be 3 different sections that I'm going to be doing this video in. So the first section is books that I got from my school library, which I will, get a little bit into once I get to that section. And then the second section is the section where I will be doing the books that I bought for myself, but I bought them for my AP class, which I am required to read this summer. And then the last books are books that I got for myself, so because, I love buying books for myself. So, yeah, without further ado, let's just start right into this bad boy. Is the library books. So, the first book that I got from the library is Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. Yeah, Victoria Aveyard. And this is the second book to the Red Queen book. And I read Red Queen. I actually read it twice, and I just, never seemed to pick up Glass Sword, not even from my library or anything like that, because I have, during school years, I don't really read as much because I have to read for classes. So I try to read as many books as I can, but I just didn't, I don't know, Red Queen just, is so perfect, and I heard this book it just gets better as the series goes on. So I know this one will be amazing, and I'm hoping to get all these books. All the books that I have in this haul, I am hoping to get them done by summertime. So please root for me because I will get it done. I will get it done. So, Glass Sword. The next book that I have is A Torch Against the Night. Yeah, A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. And I am super freaking excited for this book. This is the second book. A lot of these books are the second book in a book series, and I don't even care. So this one is the second book to An Ember in the Ashes, and that one just blew my mind. So so excited to see how this is. I was bored one day in my library, and I started reading it a little bit, and the first page just blows my mind, and I'm just like whoa, taken aback, whoa there, already messing up my feelings. So I know this book is gonna really mess up my feelings, and I don't know if this is just the second. I don't know if it's if it's a duology or if it's gonna continue on with the series. I hope it continues on because I love An Ember in the Ashes, especially because it's set in a deserty area. I want to go to a desert so bad, but you know what? My library is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, and I am, extra late on the bandwagon for this, but I just wanted to indulge in some more mystery books. So this, I know, shook the world, so I hope it shakes me down to my very frickin' bones, because it's gonna take me a while to read it. These words are super small on the page, and I'm fine with super small words. Sometimes I can blow through it, but other times it just makes the book a lot longer. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know if this happens to anyone else, but it happens to me. Anyway, I'm super excited, and I heard the characters are really there's mixed feelings with the characters, so I'm really excited to see where this takes me, because I don't know. I really don't. That I hauled and actually already read is Caribou by Stephanie Garber. I loved this book. Okay, I know there's a lot of mixed feelings about this book here on BookTube, but how could just this book was so vivid, and the idea of it just blew my mind. And the ending, honey, there's a plot twist, and you will not guess it, because I didn't even guess it. I'm really good at guessing plot twists. So I'm going to be doing a mini book review like video or whatever, where I just talk about my favorite things about multiple books in one, like the books that I've read on my hiatus. And I am going to definitely be talking about this, so if you would like to know my feelings on this book and like just get a more in-depth like review on it, then I will link it in this video once it's done, because I'm making this video before I made that video, so whatever. So Caribou, Stephanie Gerber, absolutely freaking amazing. And I will leave all the descriptions to the books, because obviously I'm not giving any descriptions, but I will leave all of them down below for Goodreads, because I don't want to make this video too extra long, you feel me? Anyways, yes, my favorite book. Not my favorite book, but you know, one of my faves. And like, has a special place in my heart, and I will tell you why in my video, so go watch that. Yet another second book, and I'm super freaking excited, and it is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, and this is the second book for the Six of Crows series, or duology, because I know it ends with this book, and this is a pretty chunky book, but I'm gonna read it. Like, I'm definitely gonna read it. And I have my own copy of Six of Crows, and it is a paperback, so it doesn't have the black, you know, pages, but I really want to get the hardcover so I can get the black pages, and then once I finish this and like see if I love it, then I will get the hardcover of this so I can get the red pages and have it on my bookshelf all nice and pretty. But I am super excited for this book because it left on a cliffhanger, and I hate cliffhangers. Like, don't leave me hanging. Like, I want to read the second book. So, I mean, I obviously do want to read this book, but I didn't hop right in on it because I've been reading another book that I had to read the second book of it. Like, right after I finished the first one, I had to read the second one. So I will talk about that in my next video. I promise you, okay? I promise you. Crooked Kingdom that I have for the library portion of this video is Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth, and I am super freaking excited because I loved the Divergent series. Like, the Divergent series was like, you know how like a lot of people said that like the Hunger Games brought them into reading and stuff, and now they just like love dystopian and stuff like that, like, or just reading in general. Divergent was that for me, because I know Divergent came after the Hunger Games, but I didn't feel like reading the Hunger Games because it was too hyped up. And then my friend read Divergent. She lent me her book so I could read, and I was just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna read it. So I read it, and then I continued the series, and I loved it. Like, I loved it so much. So I'm super, super excited. I don't even know what this book is about, so I will leave, you know, the Goodreads thing down below, but like, super excited. Like, I just saw Veronica Roth's name on it and that it was a new book, and it was just like, copped. Like, I'm stealing this. No, I'm not stealing it, but I wish. That I have for the library portion of this book haul is Heartless by Marissa Meyer, and I don't know, I have the first book for, this is like a separate part of the Lunar Chronicles, and this is the you know, Evil Queen or whatever, but I just want to like, the Evil Queen, something like that, Evil Queen, Evil Stepmom, something like that. But yeah, so I am super excited for this because I do have the first book to the Lunar Chronicle series, which is Cinder, but I never read it, and I tried reading it, but I just wasn't in the mood for like a sci-fi like Cinderella story. So I will eventually get onto it, but I just feel like I should start with this one first since it's a standalone. I won't be too intimidated by a series, so it's a standalone, and I just really want to like read this. Like, it, like, I've heard a lot about this, and like just the premise of it before she even became evil and stuff like that, like, I want to know, like, I want to read it. So I will definitely be reading this. I don't know when, but I will be reading it, okay? Okay, so the next portion of this video is the books that I bought for myself, but for my AP classes. So the first book that I have that I hauled is Otis the King by Sophocles, and this is a Greek play, and it's like actually pretty short. This is where, you know, my sticky notes are, but it's actually pretty short, and I'm like, I don't know, it's taking me so long to read this only because it's like so drawn out, and like there's no acts, so I can't split it up by act, like it's just one whole long play. So like it's really slow right now, but I really hope to like it because I know my English teacher's daughter, I was just talking to her today, and she actually really loved Oedipus, so I'm really excited to see where this takes me and see if I actually like it in the end, because I love plays. Like, I loved Romeo and Juliet. That was my favorite play. And then I loved Macbeth and everything. But, like, this one's really, like, this is my first, like, Greek play. So, like, it's a little much right now, especially since I'm trying to read so many other, like, books for myself for fun. So, I will get to finishing this, and I will enjoy it, hopefully. For my class is Their Eyes Were Watching God, and it is by Zora Neale Hurston. I'm probably butchering that name. I'm probably gonna butcher all of these names except for one book, but yeah. This is about an African American woman in the 30s, and I feel like I will actually love this book because I really do love books about African Americans and like how like civil rights movement and how they like advance from like how things used to be. And it's just so interesting because like history is really interesting to me. I love history, but I just hate taking tests about it, even though I'm really good at history class. But like I feel like I don't really read historical fiction books, so I really like hope to enjoy this book very, very much. I just finished The Help like a month ago or something, and I absolutely loved it. Like, absolutely loved it. Okay, so I just hope I enjoy this book. For my AP English class is All Quiet on the Western Front, and I don't really like read books on war. I feel like it's just like a really sensitive topic, and there's like just so much of it going on in the world that I don't want to read about it. But I feel like this will be a really good book. It's not that thick, and the words are like pretty small on the pages, like, so, or not pretty large on the pages, so I feel like I will blow right through this, and I really hope I blow right through all of these because I have so many other books that I have to read for the summer that I'll probably get this done like last minute, honestly, but it's whatevs, it's okay. For my classes is A Streetcar Named Desire, and it's by Tennessee Williams, and this is yet another play, so I'm reading 2 plays and 2 actual books, and I'm really excited for this. It seems like really interesting, and it's like, yeah, it's about the 20th century America, so like right when it gets booted up like the 20th century, so I'm real excited. And like I love this cover because like it's a man's stick figure and then women's stick figure with titties, so I mean how could you go wrong with titties on the front cover? Like, portion of this book which I like the second portion, you know, my AP books, I'm not really all that excited about. The first portion with all those, you know, amazing books, but that belong to my library that I can't keep. I'm really excited about reading all of those, but these books, these last 3 books, I am so excited. I got it in the mail last night, and I am super, super duper duper excited to read all of these books, okay? You have no idea. Like, my face may not seem like it right now, but in my mind, I'm like screaming my head off because I love books, okay? No one understands this except for probably you guys, but like no one understands my love for books, and they're just like, oh, books you read? Like, I wouldn't expect that from you. Okay, alright, I may like look like this, I may act the way I do, but I have a passion, and that is reading and writing. Okay, so the first book that I got for myself is Tell the Winds and Fire by Sarah Reese Brennan, and I am super freaking excited for this book because it is like a retelling of A Tale of Two Cities, and I've been wanting to read this book since sophomore year. Keep in mind that I am going into my senior year, so it's been a little while since I've like actually got this book in my hands, because whenever I first looked it up, it was really expensive. Like, I don't like paying full price for books. I like getting my books cheap. And then I saw this on Thrift Books, and I got it for $3 frickin' dollars, and it's in like perfect hardcover edition. And it was a library copy, so it had like, you know, the library stuff on it, but once I ripped that off, it's now like good as new, like literally. So yeah, it's a loose retelling of A Tale of Two Cities, and it doesn't have to do with Paris or France, or that's the same thing. It doesn't have to do with Paris or London. It actually has like the 2 cities, or the light city and the dark city, and I feel like that's so interesting. So I'm really really excited. Really freaking excited to read this. Like, you have no idea. You have zero idea, okay? Alright. Hey, focus on me. Okay. The next book that I got from Thrift Books is Fiend by Peter Stenson. This was yet again like another $3 book. And I read this book before, and I read it from my public library, not even my school library, because this book is kind of inappropriate, because as you can tell, there's like drugs and fiend, like, has to deal with drugs, but it's also a zombie book that has to deal with drugs. And as you know from like one of my first videos, I talk about how like apocalyptic and zombie books are my favorite books to read, because I don't know, I really love apocalyptic things. Like, I watch The Walking Dead, I just, like, write zombie stories myself. Like, I love zombies, so I don't know. Like, any zombie book, especially one this interesting, because I recommend this book to the extreme, okay? Because it's not like any ordinary zombie book, and it's just, like, it's beautiful. But, yeah, I read this through my public library, and then I read it again on my Kindle, but I didn't want to read it on my Kindle or my public library. I wanted my copy in my hands. So any book that I actually like read from the library and stuff, I will get it like eventually for my own copy, because I want to keep all the books that I love so that I can reread them later on in my life, or like in college whenever I haul all my books with me. So yeah, keep that in mind, because I will never, like, I can't throw books out either. Like, I can't shred books, I can't, like, throw them out or anything. I have to give them away for somebody else to enjoy, even if I don't like it, because I know somebody else will enjoy it. So, anyways, off track. Peter Stenson, Fiend, great zombie book. Great zombie book. Like, and it has, like, I don't know, it just has to deal with drugs and teenagers, and, like, not just, like, weed, like, hardcore, like, heroin and, like, meth and stuff. Like, please read it, like, I'm begging you. I need somebody else to, like, talk to me about this book, so please read it. I'm actually really freaking excited about, like, you have no idea. I hear so many people talk about this book, and that is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. Like, this book obviously is really chunky, and, like, the hardback are really chunky too, so, I mean, I expect this book to be long. I don't think I'll be reading this summer, since it's like, you know, like, hold on, let's see how many pages it is. Okay, yep, 850 pages in this. That's like, these, like, right here is acknowledgements, and then this is like all I have to read. So I don't think I'm gonna read this over the summer, since I have so many other books to read, but I am definitely going to, like, get started on it, because I just want to indulge myself in the Scottish, like, setting that it's in, and then, you know, the Scottish, like, love story, like, and apparently, like, and, like, this book is talked about, like, so much here on BookTube, and then it's also talked about in, like, the Netflix show Orange is the New Black. Like, they were, like, in the library talking about it, and they were talking about how it's sexy and stuff like that, and I'm just, like, so excited to read it, because I love sexy books. Like, sexy books are my favorite. Like, okay, zombie books are my favorite, sexy books, like, all kinds of books, bruh. Like, I can't pick one, but I am literally so excited for this book. I want to start reading it now, but I know, like, it will take me forever to read it, and I'm like, I have to read so many books, like, so many books. So, unfortunately, focus. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be reading this right now, but I really freaking hope to get started on it, because I heard the first book is, like, way better than all the other books in the series, so I don't know, like, we'll see how I feel about this book, whether I'm gonna, like, continue on with the rest of the series, but I'm really freaking excited. I'm so excited, and, like, I like this, like, paper, like, because I love paperbacks. Like, everybody loves hardcovers. I love paperbacks, and I just like bending the page back and stuff like that. So I'm really excited that I have, like, the mass-produced copy or whatever, because mass-produced copies are, like, my favorite, because then you know you can, like, bend it back and, like, read it and stuff. You know, you feel me? Okay, anyways, really excited. I really hope I enjoy it, because even though it'll like drag on for however long it takes me to read this. I know I will love it. I know I will. Of my book haul video, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please, like, you know, smash that like button or whatevs, and, you know, comment down below, like, honestly, comment down below any books that you would recommend. It doesn't, I don't care if it's historical, please no nonfiction, but historical fiction, like, you know, just YA, new adult, like erotica, like anything like that. Like, I love all books, and it's like, as you like take hints from like my book hauls and like my book reviews, what kind of books I like to read, and like comment down below any books that you think are like similar to that or like in the broad genre of it. Please, I need new books to read, I need new books to buy, because I want to fill up all my bookshelves and like force my parents to get me new bookshelves with how many books I buy. So please, please, please comment down below books, smash that like button, subscribe, you know, hit the bell for my next video because it's gonna be up soon, and like, you know, just interact with me. I will put all my you know, social media aquí, and you know, in the end of the video. So please, please, please support me, support your girl, and you know, share this video or something like that. I don't know, like, just help me entertain people. I love entertaining people. So alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.